Good morning, everyone. I'm Natalie Miguez, your 2025 Fulton County Schools Teacher of the Year. And it is my absolute honor to welcome you to this year's State of Our Schools program, a celebration of excellence, innovation, and the unwavering commitment we share to shaping futures. On behalf of our nearly 86,000 students and 13,000 dedicated staff members, thank you for being part of a district that doesn't just talk about progress, we live it every day. For 27 years, I've had the privilege of teaching mathematics to students in grades 6 through 10. Today, I serve at the Promise Career Institute, Fulton County's newest magnet high school, where we are redefining what it means to be college and career ready. Through rigorous academics, real-world learning, and career-focused pathways, we are enhancing performance for all students, one lesson, one learner at a time. What makes Fulton County Schools exceptional isn't just our programs, it's our people. In this district, teamwork, integrity, and accountability aren't just words on a wall. They're the heartbeat of our culture. Every day, our staff models these values, creating safety, supportive environments that prioritize safety and operational efficiency while empowering students to thrive. I've had the joy of serving in both academic and athletic spaces, from coaching the inaugural Creekside High School girls flag football team, where we built confidence and leadership, to contributing to the AVID strategies now embedded in our Algebra Concepts and Connections learning plan. These efforts reflect our commitment to ensure impactful programming that engages students and drives success. Beyond the classroom, I've worked alongside school leaders, families, and community members on the Shared Governance Council and the Positive Behavioral Interventions and Supports PBIS Committee, helping to make decisions that matter. These collaborations are a testament to how we deepen community connections and ensure every voice is heard. And the results speak volumes. This year, Fulton County Schools reached a record high graduation rate of 91.9%. A powerful indicator of our strategic focus on student achievement. This milestone is not just a number, it's a reflection of our collective dedication to utilize fiscal resources effectively, support our educators, and ensure every student crosses the finish line prepared for life beyond school. As we gather today, we celebrate the incredible progress we've made, and we look forward with optimism and purpose. Because when we invest in our students, empower our educators, and strengthen our communities, we know that the future is Fulton. At this time, ladies and gentlemen, please stand as we welcome the Banneker High School Color Guard to present the colors. They exemplify dedication, discipline, and pride. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. We will now be led in the singing of the national anthem by students from Tri-Cities High School.
What so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose bright stripes and broad stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the
Please remain standing. You may be seated. I would like to acknowledge some of our distinguished guests and thank them for their support. To begin, I would like to thank the hardest working school board in Georgia for their advocacy on behalf of all of our students, staff, and communities. It is unwavering. Board members, as I say your name, please stand and be recognized. Ms. Kristen McCabe, Board President and District 5. Ms. Francesca Warren, Board Vice President and District 4. Ms. Sarah Gillespie, District 1. Ms. Lily Posade, District 2. Ms. Katie Gregory, District 3. Ms. Kimberly Dove, District 6. And Dr. Michelle Moranci, District 7. Next, we have other elected officials in the room today whose support and advocacy will be recognized. Teresa Thomas Smith, Mayor of Palmetto. Melissa Mueller, Sandy Springs City Council, District 3. LaWanna Owens Twaits, Union City Mayor Pro Tem. Jim Gilvin, Mayor of Alpharetta. Any other elected officials, please stand to be recognized. To the multiple business and municipal partners in the room, your support now and in the future are vital to our work to be successful.
Good morning, everyone. I am Brandon Gaskins. I'm the Chief Academic Officer for Fulton County Schools. Please give me one more round of applause for our Banneker JROTC students. The trio from Tri-Cities High School. And the wonderful musicians from Northview High School who provided the music as we entered today's celebration. Today, I have the pleasure of celebrating the accomplishments of our students and staff, the heartbeat of Fulton County Schools. And Dr. Looney, be assured, the future is truly Fulton County. Our Board of Education has made our vision and mission clear, that every student should learn to their full potential and graduate prepared to become a responsible, productive citizen. Under Dr. Looney's leadership, we continue to monitor our progress toward our vision with a focus on teamwork, integrity, and accountability. Every metric we track, from literacy to mathematics, from graduation rate and college readiness, reflects our shared commitment to student success. Our work is grounded in the values that define who we are as a district. Teamwork, we work together to meet common goals. Integrity, we are honest, ethical, and transparent in every action. Accountability, we take responsibility for our decisions and their outcomes. These values drive the strategic plan that guides every initiative across our schools. Through our continuous improvement cycle, we remain focused on 6 goals. Enhance performance for all students. Prioritize safety and operational efficiency. Ensure impactful programming. Strengthen employee engagement. Utilize fiscal resources effectively. Deepen community connections. Together, these priorities keep us focused on what matters most, ensuring that every child in Fulton County Schools has access to an excellent education, a safe and supportive environment, and opportunities that prepare them for life beyond graduation. So now I'm going to change my hat from Chief Academic Officer to Chief Celebration Officer. So here are just some of the metrics that show our commitment to enhancing performance for all students and ensuring impactful programming. Graduation rate. Do you have your little paddle? Wave your little paddle for graduation rate. For the 5th consecutive year, our district has set a new graduation record. This year, we proudly celebrate a graduation rate of 91.9%, the highest in Fulton County history. To put this accomplishment in perspective, in 2012, fewer than 8 in 10 Fulton County students graduated on time. That year, the graduation rate was 71.3%. Today, more than 9 in 10 of our students graduate on time. Even during the challenges of the pandemic in 2020, our graduation rate dipped to 85.5. The 16.4-point climb over the past decade proves that in Fulton County Schools, graduation is no longer a goal, it is an expectation. SAT performance. In 2025, Fulton County Schools returned to pre-pandemic levels of SAT participation and performance. A total of 5,135 students sat for the exam, the district's highest number of test takers since 2019, and the average score of 1076 matches Fulton's strong pre-COVID performance. That means that Fulton County Schools has not only recovered from the disruptions of the pandemic, but also reclaimed its position as one of Georgia's strongest and most expansive SAT testing districts. Behind these numbers are powerful stories like Innovation Academy with an average of 1281, and Northview High School an average of 1254. We can clap for those schools. performing at elite national levels, while other schools like Westlake, who increased their participation with an additional 167 students, and Alpharetta with an additional 89 test takers, dramatically expanding their participation. Let's clap for those schools as well. This message is clear. Fulton County Schools is widening the gateway to college readiness without lowering the bar. ACT performance. Fulton County Schools continues to lead Georgia in both ACT participation and performance, surpassing state and national averages for the 9th consecutive year. Nearly 4,000 Fulton County students, representing more than 17% of all test takers statewide. So let me say that again. 17% of test takers in Georgia were from Fulton County schools. Fulton's commitment to expanding the college readiness opportunities for every student is apparent. Schools like Langston Hughes High School increased their participation by 150 students from the previous year. The district's average composite score was 21.6, once again exceeding the Georgia average and the national average. Georgia milestones. Fulton County Schools students demonstrated strong academic growth on the 2025 Georgia Milestone Assessments, with gains across all core subject areas and most grade levels. The results reflect the district's focus on instructional strategies and the dedication of teachers, leaders, and staff accelerating learning and recovery. Reading achievement showed one of the most encouraging trends. Students in grades through 7 recorded notable increases in reading at or above grade level. 66 of the district's 76 schools exceeded the state's benchmark for English language arts growth, underscoring the success of Fulton's literacy initiatives. The Georgia Department of Education also highlighted College Park Elementary for its exceptional literacy gains. Math, science, and social studies proficiency increased in every grade level, with the largest jumps in 8th grade science and social studies, up nearly 6 and 5 percentage points respectively. High school students showed improvement in key end-of-course subjects, including biology, U.S. history, and algebra. These outcomes affirm the strength of Fulton County Schools' instructional approach and the collective commitment in helping every student achieve at higher levels. The district will continue to build on this momentum through targeted support, innovative practices, and a relentless focus on student growth. CTAE. Fulton County Schools is committed to preparing every student for success in college, career, and life. Accountability is central to this work. Through career, technical, and agricultural education, we ensure students gain knowledge, technical skills, and industry credentials that meet workforce demands. This past year, 4,339 students completed pathways, 3,776 took end of pathway assessments with a pass rate of 77%. Go ahead and clap, Dr. Looney. Work-based learning grew by 12%. This is really critical data. With CTAE, 98.3% of students who were pathway completers graduated on time. Title I honorees. On October 13th, the Georgia Department of Education released the 2025 list of distinguished and reward schools, designations which honor the highest performing and most improved Title I schools in the state. Specifically, the Distinguished Schools designation recognizes the highest performing Title I schools in Georgia, while reward schools are the Title I schools making the most significant improvements. We had 3 schools on that list. Amana Academy was recognized as a Title I distinguished school. Stonewall Tail Elementary was recognized as a Title I reward school. And Park Lane Elementary, which closed last year, was also recognized as a Title I reward school. Attendance. We continue to see positive impacts from our Attendance Matters initiative. Thanks to strong collaboration between district teams, school staff, students, families, and community partners, we continue to strengthen attendance engagement and expanded opportunities for students, ensuring that students had the best chance of success by being present in school every day. This past school year, we achieved a 3.7 increase in students with 95% or greater satisfactory attendance, along with a 1% decrease in students with chronic absenteeism. The attendance improvements impacts over the last 2 years include an overall 9.4 increase in satisfactory attendance with a decrease of 4.7%. We are proud to share that our district was recognized at the Get Georgia Reading Student Attendance Forum as one of 19 districts statewide to reduce chronic absenteeism since the pandemic peak. PBIS. Another point of pride I like to share is that our district has seen a meaningful decrease in student suspensions. This is a direct result of the hard work and commitment of our staff, our students, and our parents who work together to implement the positive behavior intervention and support program known as PBIS. PBIS focuses on reinforcing good behavior, building relationships, and providing students with tools they need to succeed both academically and socially. Schools are evaluated using in-school and out-of-school suspension data. Our balanced scorecard on student engagement indicates that in 2023-2024 school year, we recorded 34,973 out-of-school suspension days. Last school year, the number decreased to 29,762 suspension days, a reduction of 5,212 days, representing a 14.9% decrease. We are also proud to announce that 68 schools across our district, 13 which are high schools, have earned the designation of PBIS Distinguished Schools, the most in the state. This means that 90 to 100% of students at these schools have 0 to 1 office discipline referral. By actively teaching positive behaviors and appropriate social skills, we are creating safer schools as well as preparing our students to become responsible, productive citizens. So please join me in one more round of applause for the achievement of our students, teachers, and school-based leaders. At this time, we will have a short video on one of our 3 values in the strategic plan, teamwork. Following the video, we will hear from Chattahoochee High School student Isabella Podesta Castro about the value of teamwork.
To me, the definition of teamwork is coming together with the same goal in mind.
Teamwork means to me a collective group of people coming together and working together to achieve the same goal.
Teamwork is really us getting to know one another, determining what our strengths are, and moving forward. Understanding that, hey guys, we are all here together and we are going to be successful together. And so that means that we have to know our strengths and weaknesses so that we feel comfortable with what we bring to the table.
One of the most important things that we do at Roswell High School for our Student Governance Council meeting is we start each meeting with an icebreaker. That has done wonders for our committee. It has brought us closer. It has gotten us to know each other better. It's really something you just do the first 5 minutes to break the ice and to get to know your council members in an interesting, different way. And one of the examples that we did as an icebreaker that one of our council members came up with was she asked the question, what was your first concert and what has been the last concert you have ever attended? And it was kind of funny because the two student council members, they were seniors, they're both their first concerts and their last concerts was Taylor Swift. And it's just kind of funny because you think about it, like she's been around, they went to her as a little girl, and now they're both older, getting ready to graduate, and that was their last concert they both had attended. Just interesting ways to get to know people, and it's a great way for your council to bond and to come together and to get an insight into their personal lives.
Hello everyone, my name is Isabella Podesta Castro and I am a senior at Chattahoochee. I have teamwork in every part of my life, and that especially comes through with volleyball. Recently, I finished my volleyball career as captain on varsity after playing 4 years. And other than that, I'm really someone who likes to stay busy. Whether it's an internship, sports, or a school project, I just always find myself doing something. And that would not be possible without the people beside me, without my community. My fellow interns are people who are reminding me of important tasks I need to do. My group mates in engineering projects who provide me with the best ideas possible so we can create the best structure. And my teammates always having my back. And those examples are what teamwork means to me. When I try to picture teamwork, this may be silly, but I don't picture sports or big groups. I picture ants. Ants, they're small, they are pretty much invisible, but they're capable of building massive colonies, of carrying massive objects. And all of this is through harmony. They work in perfect harmony. And one ant can't do much, but together, a colony of ants, their possibilities are endless. And this obviously doesn't only apply to ants. Teamwork is something found in nature. It's something instinctive. And in fact, some of humans' greatest inventions are made from people who are introverts. People who would rather honestly spend their time inside with their inventions and everything than go outside and talk to people. But even these people understand the importance of collaboration. As Einstein once said, "Many times a day, I realize how much of my own inner and outer life is built upon the labors of my fellow men, both living and dead." That, to me, is really what teamwork is. It's combining everyone's ideas, everyone in your group's ideas, to create something with infinite greatness. And it's really powerful. It gives you a sense of power when your efforts, no matter how small, is clearly being put into something larger than yourself, into something you and all your community is working on. And I've learned most of these lessons through volleyball. I've played, again, for many years, and it's something that I spend so much of my time on. And I was very quick to realize how much collaboration is really needed in the sport. One person can't win a game. There's 6 people on the court and a couple people on the bench, too. What you really need is trust. Trust that your teammate will give you a pass. Trust that your setter will give you a chance. And trust that if you fall, your teammates will be right there for you. Being captain for some years taught me that teamwork doesn't happen naturally. It's something you need to work on, something you need to build on. It's listening, understanding, and making sure every single voice in that group matters. And that's how it translates to groups outside of big competitions or outside of sports. The best leaders that I know aren't people in those big groups. It's really people who in any group, in a school project, a small group of 3 people, they made sure to keep track of who was struggling, to notice what was lacking in the group, to pick up the energy when it got down, and to lead by example, not authority. And people sometimes misunderstand what it means to be a leader. Some people think it's everyone agreeing, everyone having the same opinion, but that can't be more far from the truth. Teamwork thrives on differences. Difference in perspective, difference in strengths, difference in weaknesses. For example, there can be someone in a group who's quiet. They don't talk much, but they're good at analyzing ideas and making sure they work. There can be another person in that same group, loud, bold, always putting out ideas, always thinking outside the box. And those two people, they don't even have to like each other, really. But them being in the same group, it really creates a rhythm in the group, and that contributes to the whole. And just like ants, teamwork doesn't work if there's even one ant down. It requires consistency from every single member. If even one person is being negative, bringing not only themselves down, but others down too, it affects the system, not just themselves. It undermines communication, confidence, and the skills you need to achieve your goal. And that's the real meaning of teamwork. It's bringing up others, even when it seems hard. So when I think of what teamwork means to me, it's not just a concept, it's a lifestyle. It's the belief that your strengths matter most when they're shared, that leadership is truly service, and that trust and unity make even the smallest efforts create an unstoppable group. Because whether it's ants in a colony, a team winning a sport, or students striving for excellence, the truth remains the same. Alone, we can accomplish something, but together, we can achieve anything. Thank you.
Good morning, everyone. It's a pleasure to be here today to share our story. At last year's State of Our Schools, Dr. Looney and our board introduced 6 bold strategic goals. Dr. Looney challenged all of us to be bold on behalf of students. I took that challenge to heart, and I want to share how our transportation team defined what bold means for us. We focused on 2 of Fulton County Schools' strategic goals: safety and operational efficiency, and strengthening employee engagement. Finding purpose is always a journey, but it's one worth taking. As a leader, I've learned that real leadership is helping others to grow and develop around a shared purpose. For transportation, that purpose is carried by a team of more than 1,000 employees, operating 930 school buses and maintaining over 300 support vehicles that together travel more than 1 million miles every month. To give some perspective, our operation is nearly 3 times the size of MARTA. With a team this large, and most of them constantly on the move, building engagement can be a real challenge. So we started small. We visited schools and took our time to greet every driver and monitor and say thank you. Thank you for being here, and thank you for your commitment. But to be truly bold, we needed to go deeper. We needed to listen, to hear our team's ideas and experiences, and find ways to make safety, efficiency, and service part of our daily culture. This past August and September, we held cluster meetings across the district and asked our drivers, monitors, staff, and mechanics a simple question: what does being bold mean to you? The responses were thoughtful and inspiring, but one story stood out, and I would like to read it to you. Miss Vicki, when I was growing up, my family, my great-grandparents, my grandparents, my parents, uncles, aunts, siblings, and cousins went to a small church in my hometown. All the children would go to their own children's church, but once a month, us children would go to the adult service on Sunday night and sing the songs we had practiced. I loved the nights we would perform. I felt special. My favorite song to sing was This Little Light of Mine, because of the message in the song, but also because they would turn the church lights off and we would bring out our little flashlights and turn them on every time we sang the word light. I especially liked the verse, "Hide it under a bushel? No." As I grew up, I taught my children and my grandchildren this little light of mine and the message of being a light to everyone. Being a light has stuck with me over my life, and I hope we can use the word light in our special idea. I shared this story with our team, and they agreed that our idea needed to center around light, as everyone had their own memories of that song and of what it meant to shine a light, no matter where you are. And that's when we found our purpose. Our new, bold leadership initiative became Be Their Light. The word there is powerful. It reminds us who we serve: students, parents, schools, co-workers, our communities, you and me. Every day, in every interaction, we have a chance to be their light. It's more than a theme, it's a mindset. It shapes how we approach safety. It strengthens how we work together. And it connects us to something bigger than ourselves. Today, the future is Fulton Vision, calls on all of us to do the same, to lead with light, purpose, and courage. Our goals to prioritize safety and operational efficiency and strengthen employee engagement aren't just words on a page. They're the foundation of how we operate and how we serve and how we show up for others. I'm honored to serve alongside our transportation team as we safely deliver Fulton County's most precious cargo, our students, and help prepare each one for their future. Together, we will continue to be their light. At this time, we will have a short video on integrity, one of our 3 values in our strategic plan. Following this video, we will hear from Treasure Omaradian, a North Springs High School student, about the value of integrity in her life. Thank you.
When I think of integrity, I think of the prime example or definition, doing the right thing even when no one is watching. I think it is so easy for people to get caught up in doing things the easy way or the quick way. And sometimes having integrity means that you go the extra mile, and it might take a little longer, but everything comes through in the end and you get an awesome result out of your hard work.
Integrity is the ability to do things when people are not looking at you and make sure that things are getting done.
So integrity as a principle means to me making decisions always with students in mind, never letting anything outside affect what students need, and making sure that I stick to my morals and my values of making decisions for students.
A great example for us of integrity and teamwork is one of the teachers last year asked if she could help with one of our areas, just help parents sign up to bring things in for the Lion's Den. And she followed through, and she came up to me the very next year, and it worked out great. She created the Sign Up Genius, and it has been a fabulous success.
Integrity for me is doing what's right when no one is watching. I don't need someone to ensure that I'm doing my job, because I understand my responsibility. And in my role as an educator, I'm going to go in, I'm going to close my door, but I understand whatever the district has set forth as the responsibilities that I have, that I am going to do that, because that is me maintaining my integrity. And it's so funny because I really impart that with the students that I work with throughout the day. As a coach, I really impart that with the teachers that I work with, that it's about doing what's right, because at the end of the day, you have to look at yourself in the mirror, right? And you want to know that whatever I've been asked to do, that I'm going to do it. Then that's the whole foundation of what we do as educators, building a heart, a spirit, a mindset of integrity, because no one may be watching, but you know. And you want to be able to have a clear conscience that you have worked diligently to ensure success. And that ties in to that teamwork, to that accountability, having those high standards of excellence.
Good morning, everyone. I'm Treasure, and thank you for the opportunity to speak about integrity. Throughout my journey, integrity has been expressed and reflected in different ways in my life. In my family, that meant being honest. As my mom says, honesty is what brings out true virtue. At school, it was about being consistent with my actions, work ethic, and involvement. In my relationships, it meant being reliable and present for my friends. Today, as I share my reflections on what integrity means to me, I encourage you all to take a moment to reflect and ask yourselves this question: am I being true to who I need to be for myself and others who depend on me? In our schools, a key example is how teachers manage disruptive and non-compliant students. By staying calm, composed, and in control, they create a positive environment and demonstrate leadership. For administrators, this means showing honesty, fairness, and consistency in policy enforcement and setting an example of expected behavior, thus balancing the needs of everyone throughout the school. Maintaining integrity can be challenging. It involves staying kind, honest, and consistent, especially in tough times. In our school system, integrity means acting in accordance with our values, making ourselves trustworthy to those who depend on us. That not only gives us credibility, but also serves as an example to others. An often overlooked aspect of integrity is the powerful impact we can have. This summer, I went on a mission trip with my church, Birmingham United Methodist, to Hazard, Kentucky, to work with an organization called the Appalachian Service Project, ASP, which helps provide housing for people affected by natural disasters in the Appalachian region. We slept on air mattresses in a middle school, had cold showers in trailers some nights, and spent long, hot days digging, lifting, and pushing through at the work site. On the drives to the work site, we passed rows of abandoned and desolate homes, and I often found myself imagining how different the community and even my own experience could be. On our last day, we met the woman who would become the new homeowner for the house we were working on. She shared the story of how the flood had taken her husband's life and ruined her home, which forced her family to live in a cramped trailer, taking turns sleeping on a single bed. As she spoke, I fought back tears and hugged her before she left. Her strength moved me in a way I'll never forget. Earlier in that week, I had imagined a better environment, a brighter, renewed community. But that day, I imagined a better me. I worked harder than ever, not just to finish the house, but to restore hope where it had been lost. I left Appalachia with a lesson that will stay with me forever: to be the change I want to see. Having integrity means carrying the burden of being intentional and caring, even in times when we feel like giving up. A famous quote by Martin Luther King Jr. says, "The ultimate measure of a man is not where he stands in times of comfort and convenience, but where he stands at times of challenge and controversy." Today, I challenge you all to start or continue to fight the good fight for change and for a better tomorrow, to be true to yourself, to be caring, to be kind, and to be consistent, embodying integrity in all that you do. Be the light. Thank you.
Still morning. So good morning, everyone. Good morning. My name is Becca Goddard, and I'm the coordinator of federal programs in Fulton County Schools. Working in federal programs, I'm able to support the management and implementation of many things, including Title I, Title IV, school improvement, and those are just to name a few. The department assists schools in managing federal dollars, but most importantly, implementing parent-family engagement programs in our schools and communities. Our team is deeply, deeply believing in the work that we do because we are passionate about building community connections because we believe our work helps to build the bridges between schools, parents, and community. Community is defined by Merriam-Webster Dictionary as a use of a group of people living in the same place or having a particular characteristic in common. To further on that, I believe that community is individuals coming together at the local level to build something bigger than the individual sum of their parts. I know we do just that in Fulton County Schools. Our community encompasses many stakeholders who all serve an important role and work together through teamwork towards our one common goal, and that is for all students to succeed to their full potential. I strongly believe in the mission and vision of Fulton County Schools because I myself was born and raised and I'm a product of Fulton County Schools. But I'm not going to tell you when I graduated because then you'll know how old I am. I went to elementary school at Mimosa, go Manatees, and Crabapple Middle School, I was a Husky, and then finally I graduated from Roswell High School, go Hornets, green, black, and white, all the way. In that, I was able to gain the perspective of student community. After graduating from college with a degree in education, I knew there was only one place that I could or would work, and that was Fulton County. I'm beyond fortunate to have been able to serve for 18 years in Fulton County Schools as first a classroom teacher, then a program specialist in our learning and teaching department, and now as a coordinator in federal programs, working hard to lead a team with integrity as a member of our staff community. 3 years ago, I have a three-nager. I was able to complete the circle. It was a full circle moment for me by becoming a parent and joining the family community, the parent community. It wasn't until I became a parent that I truly understood the importance of ensuring that we as a district prioritize deepening community connections. Parents and families are a child's first teacher. We know this. And knowing that, it's our responsibility to support not only the student, but the parents and the families. We know that for students to succeed, that parents, all FCS team members, from our frontline teachers to our cafeteria workers, to custodians, to our bus drivers, to counselors, our front office staff, our nutritionists, our school nutritionists, our every piece of the puzzle has to work together in Fulton County Schools to become equal partners so that we are gaining that shared responsibility for educating all students. By incorporating community partners, local school governance councils, and stakeholder feedback advisory groups, Fulton County Schools is enabled to ensure that vital collaboration that we need. And we're also able to develop a supportive network that's also holding us accountable to deepen community connections. I'm lucky enough to have been able to have experienced that collaboration firsthand through the magic of parent and family engagement that occurs throughout our district. When all stakeholders, including our most important customers, which are our students, when they have a voice, that's when true magic happens. Magic like our event, Family Matters, so I'm gonna shamefully plug. Family Matters is an event created to celebrate all families in Fulton County Schools, and I mean all families. I like to call it our whole family experience. We have a wide range of activities that our family learning sessions that have been curated from grades PK to 12, there's something for all ages. Families get to come for free and enjoy this experience of these interactive sessions while getting some lunch and also being able to walk away with resources that they're able to use at home with their students to support their students' learning. It's a way to put down our cell phones and be together. This isn't an event just for students. It's for you as the parents and the students to come together to have an experience. Community partners also get to come and share the resources that they have to offer our community members and our parents. Students get to come and perform, sharing their amazing talents, if I say so myself. They sing, they dance, they act, they play their instruments, and some of them volunteer to work because they're passionate about serving their community. 100% of our families that we surveyed last year said that we either met or exceeded expectations with Family Matters. Yay, thank you. I love a clap for data. And most importantly, 90% of those families said they were going to come back to Family Matters this year and bring a friend. So we had our first Family Matters last weekend at Tri-Cities. The next one, again, shameful plug, is at Roswell High School, Saturday, November 15th from 10 to 2. Come experience Family Matters. This, in my opinion, this event is the perfect example of true collaboration and partnership as we work continuously to deepen community connections. Fulton County Schools values each and every parent, staff member, student, and community partner. When we work together, we can make sure that all students succeed. I'm grateful every day that I get to come to work to serve in the district that I began my educational career and journey in, to be able to give back to the community that made me who I am. Fulton County Schools is focused on the work because we believe in the power of building relationships, deepening community connections, and ensuring that all students are learning to their full potential. I call this my Fulton family always, and just like Dr. Looney likes to say, relationships do matter. Thank you. Our last short video is going to cover the value of accountability. After that video, we will hear from Layla Berry, a Langston High School student. Thank you.
Accountability means to me as a principal, making sure that all of my students are growing in their academic and social emotional needs.
Accountability means taking responsibility for our actions, really understanding the why that something happens.
Accountability in my department, in our school, is vital for our school to run properly.
Accountability means to me that you show up and you are responsible for not just your actions, but your reactions to things. Students, stakeholders, parents, teachers, other community workers are dependent on us to make decisions every single day in the lives of our students.
As the student representative on the Student Governance Council this year, accountability was #1. We had meetings every month with either superintendent, with other students at our school, or with principals and teachers alike that were relying on us. It was super important to show up on time, be punctual, and participate in all group activities.
Good morning, everyone. Sorry. My name is Layla Berry, a senior at Langston Hughes High School, and I will be talking about accountability. I want to start off with a story. I remember it like yesterday, 7:30 on a Saturday spring morning. Me pacing back and forth on the carpet of my room, and time being my greatest enemy, or final boss in the game of speechwriting. See, I'd been in a Saturday debate program, the Veritas School of Social Sciences, where we had assessments throughout the year. And this assessment had been to write a speech and perform it using rhetoric. My other enemy. We'd gotten the details of the assessment a week and a half prior, but I hadn't really started until 48 hours before. Looking back, I'd sabotaged myself. I'd written a mediocre speech about God knows what, didn't memorize it, and completely forgone the fact that I had to perform it. When I got to the school, I was severely underprepared and didn't know what I was going to say. That day, I failed. Was I annoyed? Yes. Did I blame everyone but myself? Also yes. But it took me understanding my failure was a result of me not putting in my all, and of me not caring about my future. It took me taking accountability for my actions and accountability for the mistakes that I made and of myself and of my success. Instead of stewing in the loss, I learned from it. I practiced speech writing, paid more attention in class, and asked for help when I needed it. And most importantly, changed my mindset. Now, this might seem like an advertisement for preparation, which is also important, but the key thing here is accountability. Accountability means taking responsibility for your actions and being answerable for the results. After that experience, I'd been angry, annoyed, and just about wanted to quit and never touch a speech or script again. But you see me up here. You saw me at a debate tournament yesterday and at Harvard over the summer. Thank you. Me being up here took me learning to be accountable for myself. It took me sitting down and coming to terms with my mistakes and areas that deserved growth. It was up to me to hold myself to the highest standard, up to me to make sure I practice, and up to me to take accountability that I hadn't. Every choice we make, every word we speak, and every action we take, it all comes back to being accountable. It's what defines our character when no one is watching and what shapes our reputation when everyone is. Accountability isn't about being perfect. It's about being honest to everyone, and in my case, to yourself. It's about owning our mistakes, learning from them, and doing better the next time. So let's make a promise to ourselves and to each other to take responsibility for the things we can control, to rise after we fall, and to lead with integrity in everything we do. Because when we hold ourselves accountable, we do not just say we'll do better next time and leave it at that. No, you take the steps, plan, and take that moment of a loss as a reminder of what you shouldn't do. So remember this for the next time 11:59 is coming up and you have an application to turn in. When there's a group project and you haven't contributed your part. When you set a goal for yourself and haven't taken the steps to achieve it. Or even when you have school early in the morning and have to get off TikTok because yes, it's addicting, and yes, you will end up spending 4 hours mindlessly scrolling. And of course, I'm not speaking from personal experience. Just because there isn't someone holding you to the highest standard doesn't mean you shouldn't hold yourself accountable. Build trust, build character, build respect, and most importantly, build the future you can be proud of. Thank you.
Well, one of our themes today is teamwork, and I just want to thank the team that put today together, all of our speakers. Let's give them one more round of applause. I'm Mike Looney, your superintendent of schools. So I have two different versions of this closing speech. There's a 7-minute version, which requires your participation, or a 70-minute version. I'm assuming you'd rather have the 7-minute version. So that requires your participation. So here it goes. I need you to turn to someone to your right, and I need you to say these words. I matter. Our students matter. Our community matters. Now let's reverse and go to the other side. I matter. Our students matter. And our community matters. You darn right. Board President McCabe, Board Vice President Warren, board members, mayor, other elected officials, school-based leaders, please stand. Thank you. District leaders and staff, please stand and be recognized. I'm here to report to all of you today that the future is Fulton and the future is strong in Fulton. So today, as we went through the story of how teamwork, integrity, and accountability infiltrate all aspects of the work we do, and we talked about the strategic goals, there's one remaining, and that is managing our financial house in a way that continues to make sure that we're financially stable and we can continue to provide the tools and supports necessary for our students and team members to succeed. And the reality of it is, one of our goals, integrity, is about being transparent. And so I want to be completely transparent that our financial house is in order. You need to know that, it's in order. But there are strong headwinds coming our way. And those headwinds are manifested by lower student enrollment, increased costs of doing business, and the local fair share continues to take a bigger bite of our apple from the state. So we have increased costs, lower revenue coming in. And if we didn't do anything about it, if we just put our heads in the sand and ignored it, then yes, we would be in financial ruins in 4 or 5 years. But the good news is this: our board is never going to let that happen. There is not. So we have developed a plan called GLIDE to slowly and surely make sure that we reduce our costs and increase our revenue to the fullest extent possible. So for the next 4 to 5 years, we need to cut about $92 to $95 million out of our expense side of the ledger. That's a big task. But we are on the plan, we are on the trajectory to make sensible strategic cuts to make sure that we don't compromise the success that we've been enjoying over the course of the last couple of years. So is the future going to be challenging? Sure it is. But we're a team, and we're going to operate with integrity, we're going to be transparent, and we're going to be accountable for the actions that we take to our community, to the taxpayers, to our elected officials, to the school board. Most importantly, we're going to be accountable to the students to make sure that we provide them with the tools necessary to be successful. You can look at any data point in Fulton County schools these days. Achievement levels are up, going higher and higher. Graduation rate is going great, higher and higher and higher. Discipline referrals is going down. Attendance is going up. We're improving everywhere. Now we just have to make sure we continue that path with fewer financial resources. And we can do that. And here's why. Because we are a team. And so in this portion of my presentation, I want to say this. The school district can't do this work alone. We just simply can't. There are not enough people. There are not enough resources. So we need our community to come walk this journey with us. And what do I mean by that? Sure, we want your treasure in the form of your tax dollars so that we can continue to operate. In the form of your talent, sharing your experiences, mentoring students across the district, reading to kindergartners and preschoolers, and letting a 12th grader job shadow you. Those are the kinds of things that we need from you. But most importantly, aside from your time and your treasure, here's what we need. We need your advocacy. You see, I've learned this after being 21 years as a superintendent. There are 150 plus school districts in the state of Georgia. We're just but one of them, and we're all fighting for the same resources. And so we need your advocacy to make sure that Fulton gets its fair share. That's what we need from you today. Thank you so much for attending. Thank you for your engagement, for your partnership, for being part of the Fulton County Schools family. Have a blessed day.